This dream you have, the one where you're financially free, living in abundance, waking up every day without a single worry about money, might seem far away. It might feel like a fantasy that only belongs to others. But the truth is, you're much closer than you think. Most people believe that wealth comes from outside of them. They think it's in the job they don't have yet, the opportunity they're waiting for, or the connections they're hoping to meet. But none of that is truly where money begins. The $50 million you want to manifest doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your thoughts. Money doesn't arrive first and then make you believe you're rich. It's the other way around. You believe you are rich, and then money comes to match your belief. At first, that can sound strange. It almost feels backward. You might say, "But I'll believe I'm rich when I see money coming in." But that's the very trap that keeps people stuck. Reality doesn't respond to what we see. It responds to who we are. It's like a mirror. It reflects the image we hold inside ourselves. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles, who never has enough, who is unlucky with money, the mirror of life will reflect exactly that. And if you change that image, if you start seeing yourself as someone who creates money easily, who is supported by life, who always has more than enough, that's what the mirror begins to show. You are closer than you've ever been, not because money is on the way, but because your awareness is changing. You're starting to understand that manifestation is not about chasing something far away. It's about bringing your thoughts into alignment with the life you desire. You don't need to run anymore. You need to tune in. You don't need to try harder. You need to believe deeper. There is no magic button, no trick that only a few people know. The difference between someone who manifests millions and someone who doesn't is one thing: internal alignment. It's easy to think that the problem is outside of you, that the world is unfair, that others have some special advantage. But in reality, the mirror is simply reflecting what you believe to be true. The moment you change that belief, the mirror starts to change too. So what if today, instead of saying, "It's not happening," you said, "I'm already becoming the person who lives this life"? What if today you decided that wealth was not separate from you, but already forming within you? You're closer than you think, not because you got lucky, but because the moment you begin to see yourself as wealthy, that wealth starts to reveal itself in your life. The biggest reason most people never manifest the money they desire is not because they're not smart enough or not working hard enough. It's because their thoughts and beliefs are not in alignment with their goals. You can work from morning to night, push yourself, take courses, apply for opportunities, try business after business. But if, deep down, you don't believe you are someone who can hold $50 million, then your results will always reflect that doubt. That's the hard truth. This is what makes alignment so important. When your thoughts say one thing and your desires say another, the universe doesn't know which one to follow. You say you want millions, but then you worry about bills all day. You say you want wealth, but then you think to yourself, "I could never really have that." This sends mixed signals into the mirror of reality. It's like trying to plant seeds, but digging them up every night to see if they've grown. Nothing can bloom that way. Alignment means that your thoughts, feelings, and actions are all working together toward the same outcome. It means you don't just want $50 million. You also believe you are worthy of it. You believe it's possible. You believe it's safe. You believe that having that much money is part of your path, not a fantasy you're secretly afraid of. Here's why that's so important. If you carry doubt, the mirror reflects doubt. If you carry fear, the mirror reflects more things to fear. If you carry guilt about having money, the mirror gives you reasons to push it away. But when you carry certainty, the mirror starts to reflect opportunities, people, ideas, and moments that match that certainty. Imagine walking into a room full of people. If you walk in slouched over, looking unsure, you'll be treated a certain way. But if you walk in with confidence, with a belief that you belong there, people treat you differently, even if you say the same words. Life is like that room. When you walk into it aligned with your identity, wealthy, powerful, grateful, open, you receive life in a whole new way. You notice different things. You attract better people. You take better actions. Now imagine the opposite. You want $50 million, but you don't believe you deserve it. So what happens? Every time you get a chance, you back away. Every time you get a little success, you sabotage it. You call it being realistic. You say, I didn't want too much. But the truth is, you were afraid of having what you said you wanted. So instead of becoming a magnet for wealth, you become a repellent. It's painful because the desire is real, the dream is real, but the inner conflict blocks the result. That's why alignment is everything. You can't just say affirmations without belief. You can't just think positive for 5 minutes and expect your life to change. You have to decide, deep within, this is who I am now. And yes, it takes practice. Yes, your old beliefs will come knocking, but you don't need to argue with them. You just need to choose again. Every time you align with wealth, even if it's just for a moment, you're building a stronger mirror. One that reflects your highest self. One that brings $50 million from thought into form. This is the real cost of misalignment, staying stuck in a version of yourself that no longer serves you. But the moment you align, you move forward, and the entire universe moves with you. Reality is not random. It's not punishing or rewarding. It's a mirror. A perfect, silent, powerful mirror. It doesn't show you what you wish for. It shows you what you believe. If deep down you believe money is hard to get, then reality will show you all the ways it's hard. Bills will pile up. Jobs will fall through. People around you will echo the same belief. Money doesn't grow on trees, they'll say. It's tough out there. And that's what makes the mirror principle so important. You can't lie to the mirror. It doesn't reflect what you want it to. It reflects what's standing in front of it. If you want to change what you see in life, you must change what you're putting in front of the mirror. Think of it like this. If you stand in front of a real mirror and frown, the mirror frowns back. You can't yell at the mirror to smile. You can't demand it to change. You must smile first. Then the reflection changes. In the same way, if you want more wealth, you must feel wealthy first. If you want freedom, you must begin to see yourself as free. This doesn't mean pretending or lying to yourself. It means choosing a new belief, even if your current reality hasn't caught up yet. Let's say your bank account has $5 in it. You could look at that and say, "See, I'm broke." And the mirror would say, "Yes, you are," and more evidence of being broke would follow. But if you look at that $5 and say, "This is the beginning of great wealth. I receive money easily. I am aligned with abundance," something shifts. At first, it's small, a refund you didn't expect, a friend who pays you back, a feeling of peace, an idea that turns into income. The mirror starts to reflect the new image. But here's the catch. Most people look at the mirror and let it control their image. They wake up, see their bills, and feel small. They hear bad news and feel defeated. And then they say, "That's just how life is." But what if you stopped looking at the reflection and started changing the image? What if, no matter what was happening, you chose to believe in your abundance? What if you woke up and said, "I am a $50 million magnet," even if nothing had changed yet? Slowly but surely, life would begin to shift. People would show up differently. Opportunities would come from nowhere. Your energy would rise. You'd take actions you never thought to take. And step by step, that $50 million would move from the invisible into the visible. Because the mirror of reality doesn't create. It only reflects. And once you change what you're projecting, what you're being, it has no choice but to follow. Your job is not to control the mirror. Your job is to become the version of you who already has what you want. The moment you stop reacting to the reflection and start creating the image, you become powerful. Not because you've learned some secret trick, but because you finally understand reality is not happening to you. It's happening through you. You are not a victim of life. You are the one holding the mirror. And what you choose to see in yourself, what you choose to become, that is what the world will begin to show you. Before money shows up, the you who already has that money must show up first. This is the step most people skip. They try to change the outside without first changing the inside. But it doesn't work like that. Reality is a mirror, and it only reflects what you truly believe you are. If you want to manifest $50 million, the first step is not to chase opportunities. The first step is to ask, who am I when I already have that? Not what you would do with the money, not what kind of car you would drive or house you would live in, but what kind of person you would be. What thoughts would you think? How would you feel about yourself? What energy would you carry into every room? You see, money doesn't change who you are, it reveals it. If you are someone who already feels safe, free, creative, generous, money magnifies that. But if you feel anxious, unworthy, or insecure, money will only bring more reasons to feel that way. So start with your inner world. Take a moment and imagine, 10 years from now, you have fully manifested your vision. You are wealthy beyond what you once thought possible. Not just rich, but deeply aligned, joyful, at peace. Now ask, what am I doing every day? Not just for income, but for meaning. What lights me up? What do I feel grateful for when I wake up? What are my relationships like? What matters to me? Then ask the most important question. Who am I being now that I have this life? Am I calm? Am I confident? Am I trusting? Am I generous, kind, wise? This is how you begin to build your inner identity, the one that aligns with the life you desire. And from that identity, you create a new set of habits. You speak differently. You treat yourself with more respect. You stop chasing and start receiving. Money is not impressed by effort. It's attracted to clarity. When your inner world is clear, when you know who you are and what life you are aligned with, then money begins to flow toward you, because the mirror has something new to reflect. It's not about faking confidence. It's about choosing to step into a new version of yourself again and again until it becomes your truth. The biggest shift in manifestation is this: stop asking, "How do I get the money?" and start asking, "Who am I when I already have it?" This one question changes everything. Because when your identity is aligned with wealth, your energy changes, your choices change, your expectations change. And when those things change, reality has no choice but to catch up. Once your identity begins to shift, the next step is to strengthen it. That's where affirmations come in. They are more than just positive words. They are building blocks. When spoken with intention, they shape your mind, shift your beliefs, and program your energy. But here's the truth. Affirmations only work when they feel true to the version of you that already has what you want. So instead of saying things you don't believe just to feel better, speak words that align with your chosen identity. Start with I am statements because they go straight to the core of your self-image. Here are some powerful ones to repeat daily. I am worthy of great wealth. I am a powerful creator of my reality. I am connected to divine abundance. I am calm, confident, and open to receiving $50 million. As you say these, don't rush. Close your eyes. Feel them. Let them enter your body like seeds being planted. Even if they feel strange at first, that's okay. You're not trying to force belief. You're creating space for belief to grow. Next, move to affirmations about the world around you. Because manifestation is not just about identity. It's also about your worldview, how you think the universe works. Say things like, "The universe is always guiding me toward my highest good. Everything is working out in my favor. Opportunities are drawn to me easily. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways." These statements soften your resistance. They train your mind to see life as supportive, not difficult. They build faith, trust, and openness, all of which are essential for wealth to arrive. But remember, the key to affirmations is repetition. You're not trying to convince the mirror with one sentence. You're forming a new image, day by day, layer by layer. Think of affirmations as spiritual weightlifting. Every time you repeat one, you strengthen the muscle of belief. And just like building a strong body takes consistency, building a wealthy mindset takes commitment. The more you affirm your truth, the more your energy shifts. And when your energy shifts, life responds. It's not magic, it's alignment. So don't just say affirmations when you feel good. Say them especially when you don't, because that's when they're doing the deepest work. Let every affirmation be a brushstroke, painting the image you want the mirror to reflect. Say them with love. Say them with faith. Say them as though the $50 million is already yours. And soon, It will be. One of the most challenging parts of manifestation is the delay. We create the image, we speak the words, we change our identity, but sometimes the money doesn't show up right away. And that's when most people give up. They say, "I've been thinking positively. Why hasn't anything changed?" They start to doubt. Their energy drops. Their belief wavers. But here's the truth. In your mind, manifestation is instant. You can imagine $50 million in a second. You can feel the joy of wealth right now. That's how the inner world works: fast, fluid, unlimited. But in the physical world, change takes time. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because matter is dense. It moves slower than thought. The mirror has to catch up. Think of it like turning a massive ship. You may steer the wheel today, but the ship won't pivot immediately. It moves gradually. The new direction is set, but the full shift takes time. This is why the most important skill in manifestation is patience. Not passive waiting, but active, faithful patience. You hold the belief even when the outer world shows nothing. You keep affirming your wealth even when your bank account says otherwise. You stay in alignment with your vision even when the old patterns try to return. Because if you give up too soon, you interrupt the process. The mirror starts to shift, but if you change your image back to fear, doubt, or frustration, the reflection changes too. What happens for many people is this: they get excited, do the work, feel good, and expect immediate results. But when nothing big happens right away, they say, "It's not working." Their energy drops. They feel disappointed. And just when the manifestation was about to break through, it pulls back. Not because they weren't worthy, but because they let the reflection control the image again. Here's the secret. The results you're seeing now are not from the thoughts you had yesterday. They're from weeks, months, even years ago. What you're doing today is shaping your future. But if you don't keep going, the future can't change. This is why holding the vision is so powerful. Whatever you want to become, act like it's already true. Walk like someone who has $50 million. Think like them. Speak like them. Trust like them. And when doubt comes, because it will, you don't fight it. You just return to your truth. You say, "I already chose this. I am already aligned. The results are on the way." This is not blind hope. It's spiritual maturity. It's the understanding that the universe always delivers, but on its own timing. And that timing is always perfect. The money you seek is not ignoring you. It's responding to your energy. It's finding a way to reach you. And if you stay the course, if you keep holding the identity and the vision, it will show up. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. So don't rush the process. Respect the delay. It's not a punishment. It's preparation. And when the mirror is ready, it will show you exactly what you've been becoming all along. It's easy to fall into the habit of complaining. Life gets stressful. Bills come in. Delays happen. And without realizing it, we begin to speak from lack. We say things like, "I hate this job. I never have enough money.